want to speak today to the importance of understanding self. When we understand ourselves in fullness, when we know ourselves, the intricacies of our soul, the intricacies of our personality, our character, what we like, what we don't like, what we're attracted to, what we're repelled by, our belief systems, our inner thought processes, our shadow selves. And this is very, very important. Our shadow selves is so important to our growth and to also understanding ourselves in fullness. And our shadow selves are aspects of self that we often do ignore, that we often do repel against, that we bury deep within our consciousness, within the unconscious mind, and we ignore our shadow selves because it's an aspect or aspects of self that we don't really resonate with, that is not accepted by society or peers, that really is bad. The aspect of shadow, though, is so important to understanding who we are as a complete whole being. And we also need to understand that we've developed different versions or different sides or different aspects of self over the years as we've been exposed to various experiences, and then the manner in which we've interpreted those experiences, and of course as we influence our environment influences us, and it's very cyclical in nature. But to understand oneself in full, we must embrace and we must accept and we must know, we must be aware of all versions of self or all aspects of self, and that's very, very important. And this is important because embracing the self as a whole being is very important because it allows us to expand our consciousness and grow and have access to different levels of reality and experience life in a very different manner. And intellectually it's difficult to explain. It's something that must be experienced directly through the individual. So embracing self and knowing self and the way we work, the inner workings of the mind, our emotional bodies, the way we interact with people, our belief systems and our ideologies, again, is so important because it gives us access into the truth of who we are. And when we have access to that truth, to that whole nature, that's when we can sit back and we can observe and understand that our lives are in our consciousness, not buried, not unknown, but known. And when something's known, we can then take conscious control of that. And that's why it's so important, because we're then living a life that isn't controlled by unconscious forces or unknown forces, but rather we are actively able to choose the life we want to live. Because we understand our values, we understand what's most important to us, we understand where we want to go, we have a clarity and a confidence and then a courage to live that life. So I urge you, I implore you to look into yourself, look deep into who you are, into every facet of yourself, and know that the greater and the deeper you know yourself, the more you will get from life. Thank you.